We're back to Neil Haley Show. My guest today is David Clennon, and he's going to talk about the sound. How are you, David? Thanks for stopping by.
I'm uh I'm pretty good today, Neil. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Good, fantastic. And let's talk about this because it's gotten me motivated after watching the film that I might want to climb now. And I'm 6'10" and I'm afraid of heights. That's the joke, and I'm a former professional wrestler. So thinking about specifically enough climbing, never, I mean, I love to go out and walk and explore and do different things. And we do climb over certain things, but thinking about climbing a wall. David, did you ever think you would be thinking about doing something like that?
Well, to answer your question, did you see the documentary film from National Geographic called Free Solo?
No, I had not.
I recommend that film if especially if you're afraid of heights, and especially if you're toying with the idea of crawling up a 90-degree surface with your fingers and your toes. I happened to see that film, and it made me very nervous. I'm afraid of heights, and I know that I don't have the physical skills to do what they do. So, well, I'm like you. I like to be out in the country, walking, seeing things. But yeah, I'm not. I don't have the DNA to be a climber or a professional wrestler.
Come on now, I'm challenging you to a match. No, I'm at 50, I'm 52 years old, and back in the day when I wrestled, I retired young, thank goodness, or I would not have to be able to do what I'm doing in media and all the different things. But you're right. But also it's you're taking your life in your own hands when climbing a crazy wall. We're like, no, thank you. We want to keep working, right?
I'm with you.
So when you learned about this film and all this stuff, what intrigued you the most?
I'd have to say that having seen that documentary, that National Geographic Free Solo, that got me intrigued about rock climbing. Not that I would ever want to do it, but that it is fascinating to watch it. And it gives you an adrenaline infusion as you're watching one or more climbers go up this steep cliff face. So I was intrigued about that. And then I was also gripped by the idea of this element of horror. And I don't want to, I want to make sure I don't give it away, but there's this invasion while these first rate top flight climbers are going up this rock. Something happens to them that is un you don't know what's happening. They don't know what's happening, and as an audience you're not sure what's happening to them, but it's terrifying, and it makes the peril that they're already in even more intense. And so that really intrigued me, and I felt a bond with Brendan Devane. I had never met him before, but I felt a bond because he is a true fanatic for John Carpenter's The Thing.
All right. Well, I have a story that's terrifying. I'm in Sevier, Tennessee, uh, right near Pigeon Forge, and we're staying in a cabin in the mountains, and we see a bear right down the thing, and literally it climbed all the way up to our deck. We run into the house. So this happened this week. So could you imagine a bear? It's probably 20, 30 feet down. Just climb right under a deck that fast.
That is amazing. And I have to say that something like that happens in the sound, but it's not a bear.
No, yeah.
It's a
But
human being doing something that no human being
Right.
could do,
That
like
that
a
freaked that,
bear.
that that freaked me out, but I wouldn't think I'd live it, right? So
Yeah.
go figure a week later after watching the film. I lived there 2 weeks later, so go fig those type of things. Tell us about really quickly your character and the premise of the movie.
Okay. First, the premise of the movie. There is this amazing mountain with a sheer rock face, and no one has been allowed to climb this mountain for 50 or 60 years because something horrible happened to a team of climbers who went up and all ended up dying. So you've got that premise. And now, for the first time, there's a team of climbers who is going to go to the top because there's something up there that needs to be faced. And I'm the guy, Kurt, who recruits all the climbers, who puts together this team of climbers. And your listeners or viewers, when they see the movie, they may think, why did he put this guy on the team along with this woman? And what is that guy doing there? And that's part of the mystery, but the real thrills, the real adrenaline comes from watching the climbers and then seeing this threat that comes at them.
Exactly. Yeah, and I again that's the crazy thing. And to think about those things, but what I learned so much about climbing in this movie was a learning experience. So that's what Brendan was able to do. He provided the horror with the education, and it gave these climbers that do this on a regular basis or have fun to say, I'm going to watch a movie that I'm going to enjoy, but also enjoy the whole horror thing. So he put those things together, involved that thrill, and you got to go see it. So it's available in theaters now. I appreciate it, David, for you stopping by. Enjoyed the
My pleasure.
conversation, but you never thought that the interviewer would talk about a bear climbing up that fast. So go figure.
That's got to be weird. I never thought that could happen until you said that.
And then also professional wrestler at the same time. So appreciate it, David. Take care.
Take care.
You're listening and
Bye.
watching the Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.